It is my absolute honor to invite this next speaker to the stage. She is the woman behind this event, author, international speaker, psychologist, Mirela Sula.
Thank you so much. It's such a beautiful room with beautiful faces and beautiful energy. And I thank you, everyone that is here today.
We love you, Mirela.
Oh, thank you. I usually start my speech asking, how many migrants are in this country, in this room? Can you raise your hands? How many migrants are in this room? And then I end up saying, we are all migrants. We are all the time moving from one place to another place. Because as human beings, we are determined to move because we need to grow, we need to change. And I always encourage women that I work with and everyone, if you don't like the place where you are, just move because you are not a tree. Really. And when we decide to go to a new country, it's because we have the courage to go beyond our borders, to go beyond the comfort zone, because we are curious to know what is behind. We are curious to explore our potential and to understand how big we are, how far we can go. And this is what made me come here without having the idea that it is going to be a wonderful, wonderful journey, but so many challenges in that journey. And I think every one of you have experienced the same. It's beautiful when you find your path toward your destiny, but when you start facing challenges and barriers all the time, sometimes you probably may feel, oh, it's enough, I just can't anymore. I have done this many times. I was applying for a job and refused. I was trying to find a place in this big world and understanding, what is this? I come from a very small country, and I'm trying just to understand, how can I work in this big system, in this big world? And the way I started is just to connect with my small community, Albanian community. I didn't know where to start, but I created a magazine called Albanian Woman. And I thought that's a good reason to call people and say, would you like to have an interview? Because when people are invited for an interview, they say yes. They find the time to have a coffee with you. Otherwise, they are all busy. I'm mentioning this because we have to find something. We have to make it work because this is the way it is. We can't blame other people. We can't blame the government, the parents, and everyone. We have to be responsible for our choices and our decisions. After I created that small magazine for my small community, I started to build my confidence. I started to feel good. I started to learn a lot of things, how this country works, because it was so different from where I was coming from. After a while, I started to meet women like Ivana and other women that were from other communities. And some women said, oh, I love your magazine. Such a shame I'm not Albanian. I would like to be in your magazine. And after a while, I said, okay, I can create another one. And I created a magazine called Migrant Women, mainly because I saw the vision that all communities can come together. And in the same time, my research PhD was telling me every day that migrant women are poor, vulnerable, are weak. All kind of research that I was exploring was telling me that migrant women have something to grow, has something that I was not finding there. And all the women that I was meeting there were so successful, so amazing, so powerful, big resilience. I said, I can find more of these women. I can meet more of these women. And after a while, because I couldn't fit them in the Albanian magazine, I created Migrant Woman magazine. Out of the blue, without having the idea that this was going to be a very big challenge. Because when I started it, a lot of people told me, migrant, remove, it's not going to work. Women is okay, but migrant, can you please change migrant? I said, no, this is what I like. That's why I'm opening it, because I love this word, migrant. I said, okay, prepare to fail. Okay, I will try. And by the way, nothing wrong if you fail. I love doing mistakes. This is what happened even when I decided to come here. My mother said, you'll regret. I said, And what? If I regret, I will come back home. I will get an experience and nothing to lose because I will come much richer. So I opened the first Migrant Woman magazine issue. It was very tough. All the migrant women that I met before, they let me down. I said, no, I'm not a migrant woman anymore because I have been in this country for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Oh my God, well, how I'm going to do the magazine? Because I thought I'm doing this for women that I met and they wanted to be in the magazine. So I told you, one of the friends told me, remove the name migrant and I will be there. And I went to some of the friends that were British. One of them, probably Sarah Alexander is here, Judy Piakus, Kath Roberts, British. And I told them, look, I have a few migrant women, but I can't fill the pages. Can you help me? And I never forget, Judy and Sarah said, look, Mirela, I don't mind. I'm not a migrant, but I can be there. I don't mind. We can start the magazine. That doesn't matter. We are all in the same page. And I started the first magazine with Sarah Alexander, that is here as a speaker. That's why it makes sense. With Judy Piatus, Kath Roberts, and I don't have another British. So I started the first issue with British women. Lovely women that were supporting the vision, the cause. That's why my vision now is, if we want to organize something about migrants, we should invite British people as well. If we organize something about women, we should invite men, because it's all about us. It's not about others or them. It's all about us together. The magazine went absolutely amazing in the second issue because in the cover was Ivana Bartoletti. She gave so much fame to the magazine, and this is the way it started. Now the magazine is online because after a while I met a lot of women who said, such a shame I'm not a migrant. I would love to be in your magazine. I love it, but it doesn't fit. I said, okay, we'll open another one. So we created Global Woman magazine. So we have Albanian women and Migrant Women Online, and Global Woman is there in the stand. With this story, I'm telling that we need to adjust. We need to understand that if you see that you don't fit in the world, don't expect the world to adjust with you. Just find a way how you can settle in that big world. And my message is very short because I know we are running out of time, is let's stay together. I loved Ivana's message. Let's come together and support each other. It doesn't matter if you are a migrant or non-migrant, you are a woman or a man, you are a British or not. We are all together. We are in our time, in this century, that we are here for a purpose. Let's discover what is our purpose, what is our mission in life. How can we help this world to feel better, to look better? Because we are not here by accident. Find that gift within you and make that gift the purpose of your life and share that gift with everyone. And to close it, I usually close it with a very, very good sentence that fits with me. I have seen from my experience that a lot of people feel like not comfortable and not happy, not because where they are or what is happening or the situations that are happening in their lives, but because they tend to compare themselves with others. We as migrants have different paths, different journeys. We are all in the same page, but at the end, we come with different histories, different stories, different feelings and emotions, and the past is always there. We take it with us, but we need to separate from that past. We need to start a new chapter. We can take what is good from our culture, from our traditions, from our past, but also we need to embrace the new culture and to integrate with other communities, not stay isolated in our community. Go and meet all, like Ivana said, one Italian. Okay, at least we have 2 Italians, but I'm sure we have more than 20 nationalities registered for this conference. And this is so amazing. It doesn't matter if we are black or white or Muslims or Christians or Catholics or whatever. We are human beings. And my last thing is, please, don't compare with others. You don't feel inferior with other people. or don't feel superior at all. You just try to feel a little bit better than you were yesterday and find that mission on that path. So thank you very much for coming, and I so much appreciate that we are here together. So now, can I take that? I have been very, very honored that in this path, trying to understand the journey of migrant women, I have seen the huge amount of work that two wonderful migrant women have done for migrants in this country. And that's why I thought this conference wouldn't make sense if I don't invite them here, because they have been working for years and years and years, sacrificing from their time, working voluntarily, just to make the life of migrant people easier. So I would be very honored to invite on stage Nazek Ramadan, that is the founder of Migrant Voice, and Zrinka Bralo, that is the executive director of Migrant Organizer.